everyone, and welcome to my new review or gameplay video thing. This is Rallycross on the Sony PlayStation. I don't really know quite what to make of this game. Overall, I've got to say I pretty much despise it. I don't like it at all. And I have quite a few reasons why I'm not keen on this game. Primarily, though, I feel that my judgment of the game is somewhat clouded because there were a few rally games that came out on the PlayStation, and in my opinion, most of them were a lot better than this. Part of the problem, to me, just seems to be in the fact that the game itself has a very, very weird viewpoint, of the actual car. As you can see here, it's not quite behind the car. It was sort of off center, and when you turn corners, the car turns, but the camera doesn't rotate quickly enough. As you can see there, it's like there's a moment where the camera just continues to look where you've been, and that makes steering the car right really difficult, because you never actually know where the hell you're supposed to be going. And I know you can probably adjust the camera in the game, but for rally games I do like to have the perspective of just behind the car. On track racing games I like an in-car view or an over-the-bonnet view, but with rally games I like to be behind the car, usually because it's to do with the undulating terrain and so on and so forth. In straightforward racing games you don't tend to get that, but in these type of games you do, and I just historically always found it easier to be just behind the car on as I say, on off-road and rally games. But in this it just, well, it renders it nigh on impossible to play, and I don't like the other views that the camera has either. Essentially what you're doing is racing against three other cars in an off-road type scenario, and there are different ones that you can go on. I mean, there's like weird, well, it's not always just against four other cars. You can have these sort of weird crossover type races which work a little bit like the one-on-one cycling in the Olympics. I don't know what I'm talking about here, where you kind of have to, you kind of go around the track, and you know, you get sort of go through a checkpoint and then your time is measured. It's kind of weird because you're racing head to head with one another quite literally, which just seems a bit stupid to me. But yeah, and then you got this weird one here which is like some sort of figure eight crossover. I don't know. I tried many different types and I just couldn't get on with it. I didn't like it. I've played other games a bit like this and have been executed far better. The vehicle's a bit difficult to control as well, and sometimes, as you can see here, it's a little bit difficult actually knowing where the hell you're supposed to be going. I just think it's quite annoying because there could have been a potential here for a really good game, and I don't know, some people might like this, but personally I couldn't really get on with it. And thankfully it was as a PlayStation Plus subscriber, it was a free download on the PlayStation 3, and I did have some high hopes for it, but in just playing it drove me insane. It's not a terrible looking game, but in my opinion there's far better games, rally type games on the PS1. So avoid. Thank you for watching.